So, God, you know what I want to tell you? Who cares what people don't like you think about you? Who cares what when somebody doesn't like you, you know they don't like you. Why do you care what they think? It doesn't matter. Be yourself and be bold at being yourself. As long as you know that you're walking upright, your heart is in the right posture, they're going to always be haters. They're going to be some people that love you today, hate you tomorrow. They're going to be some people that can walk with you for a certain season in your life. And as you begin to elevate or take a different path, they can no longer walk with you. They're going to be some people that's with you while you down and they got more than you, or they feel like you're beneath them. They embrace you. They love you. You feel like there's a strong bond. And when you start to come up, sometimes if you come up and you start coming up a little higher than them, or you start obtaining more and you no longer need them, or you're no longer dependent on them, or they no longer have more than you and now you have more than them, they're not going to want to respect you. It's not always going to be like that. Every situation and circumstance is different, but sometimes you will encounter those things. We will encounter those things sometimes. Sometimes people don't feel like they want to respect you. Sometimes you can be a kind, nice person and you can show that to people, but over time people will misuse your kindness. Sometimes they'll take your kindness for weakness, or because you're so genuine and so down to earth, there'll be some people who feel like they don't have to respect you, or they may start becoming disrespectful, and all you do, you pull yourself away from them. You close yourself off to them. You don't give them your attention. You don't let them have access to you. You see what I'm saying? And so you just keep moving around people like that. And out of all the tests and little trials, the things that's happening, I feel like it's only because the enemy is trying everything he can to pull many of us into a place of anger, to snatch many of us, to snatch the joy out of many of us. Because when we have joy, in spite of what you go through, when you have joy, joy ushers in blessings. And that's my personal perspective on that. Joy always ushers in blessings, because when you're in a joyful spirit, even with what you see, even if you see opposition, but you get back to your normal self. The Bible says the joy of the Lord is our strength. And when you operate in that strength, in that joy, you can think about so many creative ideas. You can keep on moving and being productive. You know, you can be excited at what you do, especially when you like what you're doing, and you just keep going effortlessly. Sometimes you may even have to tell yourself, you know what, I need to give my body a nap. I need to take a nap, because you can sometimes be going for hours and hours and hours, not realizing, wait a minute, I've already been going for 12 or 13, 14, 15 hours, but I'm not feeling tired. It's supernatural strength. It's supernatural energy. And you're operating in that joy. That type of strength only comes from God. You know, and you're not doing anything that's offensive to God. You're not trying to hurt nobody. You're going out into the world. You share the joy wherever you go. You spread love. You spread laughter. You're going to meet a lot of opposition. But in spite of that opposition, when you can identify that some stuff will probably make you angry or whatever, but we don't have to stay there, you know, or sometimes you have to check people. And when you check people, they be like, oh, why are you so aggressive? Why are you so this? They'll try to look at how you're checking them. They don't like the fact that you've checked them. They don't want to take accountability for nothing. They don't want to leave you alone and go on their own little path, but they'll still try to pick with you and make you the problem. So then you just, okay, I'm going to reserve myself. Let me just move on around a fool. You see, when you perceive not the knowledge of God in a woman, a man's forehead, you can't reason with a fool. So now you know they was only trying to just pull from your energy. They was only trying to just pull you down and get you acting out. And that made them feel some type of way. That gave them some type of boost of joy. You see what I'm saying? Because they did something wicked, right? But just keep moving, just keep going. And let me tell you, sometimes you can be so close to a breakthrough or so close to a blessing or something. People can see God, the hand of God on your life, and seeing that, you know what, God is elevating this person. God is elevating this person. And they try to get close to you sometimes at the right moment to do the most cruelest, wickedest thing. And it's all to pull your attention, pull your focus off of what you're focusing on and get you focusing on them. And so when we can press through that and still remain in joy, be determined. Like, I am so determined to not allow the enemy to snatch my joy. I am so determined to not allow the enemy to pull me into anger. Even if I have to check somebody, I ain't gonna stay there. I'm gonna tell you like it is and keep on moving my business. If I decide to give my attention to that, sometimes I might not even say nothing. I might just keep on moving all around you. You see what I'm saying? But every now and then, sometimes you have to check some people. You have to put some people in their place. You have to let some people know, I'm not going to tolerate this. You have to cut some people out. You have to block some people's numbers so they won't have access to you. Sometimes you have to do that and be unapologetic about that and keep moving. Oh, well, you're not adding value to my life, so why do I care about what your negative opinions of me are going to be? You're not adding value to me. You don't do anything for me. You don't lift my spirits in any type of way. So I don't care what you think about me. As long as God accepts me, I accept me. I love me. I like who I am. And there's nothing you can do to make me feel any less of myself. I'm confident in who God has created me to be. I'm confident in my relationship with God. I don't need anything from you. I wish you the best. God bless you. I love you, but you can't be connected to me unapologetically. You see, when you get that straight with people and not tolerate people foolishness anymore, then sometimes they start feeling bad because they don't have nobody's energy to pull from. They don't have nobody that they can go and play with and mess with. And that's where some people, really wicked people, they get their fuel from going and messing with people who and bothering people who are not bothering them, going and trying to pull people into conflict who really don't want no confrontation, don't really want nothing to do with them, but they steady keep trying to pull and take little digs. You know why? Because they have no productivity going on in their own lives. They got too much time on their hands. Because if they really had stuff going on in their life, you wouldn't have the time to keep trying to pull and nitpick and prick and try to find a way to get in somebody's ear. And then you can find somebody that can be dead wrong in their ways. They can do something that they know you don't like. And maybe you've asked them before, I don't like when you do this. Please don't do that. I don't like when you do this. Please don't do that. Maybe you've asked them several times before and they do this thing and they start doing it back to back. So you say, okay, I'm going to block you. And you block them. You don't have nothing to do with them. So then they try to say, they are trying to find another way to contact you. Oh, did you block me from this? And it could be the devil jumping in the closest person to you, who is supposed to be loving and nurturing. And this is how you know when it is a demonic spirit present. And whenever there's a demonic spirit, people are in agreement with these demons. You can't, the Bible says, lay hands on no man suddenly. See, we have authority over evil. Luke 10:19. He's given us authority over wicked forces. But you cannot just go to somebody and say, let me cast this demon out. Because if they in agreement with that spirit, then now you're going to let that spirit is going to wear yourself. You're going to wear yourself down. You leave them to suffer their own torment. You see what I'm saying? Because we all have a choice. We know when we're not doing something right. If I have offended my brother or my sister, if I have deliberately done something to my brother or my sister, that thing is going to eat me up from the inside and I won't be able to sleep good at night. But you know what? I sleep good at night. You know why? Because my heart is in the right posture. It ain't in me to deliberately pick at nobody and try to pull nobody down. Only miserable people love that. Do that. Misery loves company. And you can have somebody who already suffering. You can have somebody who really needs your help. But at the end of the day, they can start doing things that are very devious to make you want to pull away from them and not even help them in any kind of way. You can have somebody who's very close to you that they allow the devil to just get into their mind and do all kind of wicked, miserable things. And then when you move away from them, they'll go and start talking about you to this one. They'll start talking about you to that one. You know, they'll go and talk about you to people who they know don't like you so they can get another conversation started. And they'll be trying to build up this thing against you behind closed doors. And then if they can ever find a way to get back in good graces with you, when they come around you, they'll come around you and try to talk to you about those people. You see what I'm saying? And then you keep shutting them down. When you keep shutting them down, then if it's an elder, if it's somebody older than you, they'll try to say, oh, well, you disrespect. No, baby, I'm not disrespectful. Because you, first of all, I don't have to, because I won't open my ear and let you dump that nasty garbage in my spirit talking about so and so and so and so. How is that benefiting me? They'll call you and tell you about other people business, people who you don't even know. And when you say, wait a minute, I don't know them, so why do I need to know this? They get quiet on the phone. They won't say. That's a demonic, stubborn spirit. The Bible says stubbornness is as witchcraft. Cut it off. Cut it off. Don't keep tolerating that type of behavior. People know they need a deliverance. They know what they've been doing. Some of they got these strong demonic forces. They operating in witchcraft. They use their mind to try to work against people and pull people down. And some of these people can be in your own family and they'll get close to you. Some of these people can get close to you and they'll change. They'll seem like they change. So especially if you're a child, and I've talked to a sister who said I could speak on her situation, but I'm not going to go in details. But sometimes this is going to relate to you, sister. Sometimes when you are a child, or not really a child, an adult, but it's a parent doing these things to you, sometimes that parent can seemingly, because you want love, you want to love your parents. Your Bible said, honor your mother and father, that your days will be long in the earth. But I want you to know something. Honor does not mean you have to let somebody be a doormat. Honor does not mean you have to let somebody kill your spirit. If you have to detach, you can also detach if you need to. Honor just simply means respect. And so when you respect them, that does not mean you have to listen to everything they say. That doesn't mean you have to give them all of your resources. That doesn't mean they have to know all of your business. That doesn't mean you're not allowed to have any boundaries as an adult. You are allowed to have certain boundaries around your life, things you like and things you dislike. But sometimes when there's a manipulative spirit there, and sometimes your parent can change up the behavior and make you feel as if they understand you or they're changing. And then when you open the door and give them access, you'll see they get close to you, but they get close to you enough to you to learn, if you have any friends, or if you have any people connected to you, to try and destroy or sabotage any other relationships. Not really them, but it's the spirit working through them to keep you isolated. And don't get me wrong, God sometimes will call us into isolation to protect us. That's good for us sometimes, especially as he's growing us up in different spiritual gifts, because when you're by yourself, your whole energy, your atmosphere is clear, and so you're able to see things for what it was. Now, you could have somebody that's close to you. It doesn't always have to be a parent. It could be a close friend or a family member, somebody who's always telling you negative things about other people. And you will see every time you establish a new friendship, or you have new people you connect with, they tell you so much negative things, and then you see the negative things come to pass. You be like, well, they was right. They were right by this one. Okay, they was right by that one. Okay, they was right by this one. Okay, they was right by this one. But that's all they do is feed you negativity. That's a demonic spirit. And that spirit is going to make you feel like you can't trust nobody with you. We're living in a time where it's very difficult to trust people. You have to test the spirit. But every single person in the world is not evil. Every single person in the world is not wicked. And sometimes you'll have people in your ear or close to you till they drive everybody away from you. They paint a bad picture about everybody, right? They got you by yourself. You isolated. And now it's only them in your corner, which is what they wanted. So they can, whatever they want from you, or the resources they can get from you, they want to have access to you. And they want you to see everybody as bad. But they probably be going to some other people talking about you as well. But the people keep it a secret from you, And then as time goes on, when you're now kind of by yourself, you get to really see the person, the spirit behind this one individual who maybe you have given access to you. And as you continue to see the spirit reveal itself, you will see this person is some of the things that they've been saying about other people, what they've been trying to paint me to think about other people. No, they didn't want to do this. They didn't want that. You want that. And maybe some of them did. Maybe you were right about. But sometimes it's word curses. They curse your relationships. They curse your friendships. They block good people with pure intentions and pure motive who can be supportive to you. Sometimes they go and interrupt that and block that. They want to be the middleman between every type of connection you have in your life. That's not normal, and that's not of God. That's sometimes that could be a spirit of sabotage, close to somebody you really, really love. I was talking with a lady. She said even her own husband went behind her back and destroyed some friendships that they both had, and started just painting her black, and had a lot of people turn against her. He started competing against her as well. He tried to make himself seem like he was just a perfect man, but he did this thing while he was right up under her nose. And then by the time she found out, so many people was just acting funny with her, and she didn't realize it was her own husband that went and sowed a lot of these seeds of discord. You understand? That's a very sad, sad thing. And so you got to test the spirit. You got to test the spirit of people. And then don't feel bad about putting up boundaries around your life, right? Don't feel bad about putting up boundaries around your life. But when we can just pass these through tests and trials, see, because sometimes things that would have crushed your spirit and get you down is starting to wear off. A lot of their witchcraft and manipulation, because some people, especially if they're older, they feel like, oh, you gonna need me, oh, you ain't gonna have nobody, when they feel like you ain't really got nobody. And then now they start acting up in your life too. But really you got somebody, because having God on your side is the majority, baby. God is the majority. And so therefore, as you continue to go on in life and continue to grow, you'll see God was allowing all of this. It was all a test. The enemy never had permission to destroy you, but it was all to perfect you. And some of these same people who allowed the devil to use them over time, they may come to themselves or they may not. It may be a bitter pill to swallow, but at the end of the day, you got to love yourself. You got to love your soul and pull away from everybody that's not serving your spirit, spiritual life, because there are people that will kill your spirit. Life is in the spirit. If they're not building you up and adding value to your life, then you got to cut that out. If they're not building your spirit up, but taking your spirit down, and you feeling depleted, you feeling drained, you feeling miserable every time they come around, you try to talk on the phone, you can't have one peaceable conversation. It's like it's always, it can't even go a full 24 hours being in contact, but they constantly want to cling on to you. That's a vampire draining spirit. Cut that spirit off and you stay focused. Stay focused. You're going to find your joy staying full. Stay focused. Your heartstring might pull at you and say, you know, the mind manipulation will say, oh, that's so-and-so. Oh, that's my brother. He keep calling her. That my sister. You know, that dad, that so-and-so. What is the spirit? What's happening to your spirit when you make these connections with these people? You understand? The spirit is who we are. What's happening to your spirit? Is it constantly killing your spirit? Or is it lifting you up? Do you going forward in life? You feeling good about yourself? And then the minute you let this person come around you, you start feeling real down in your spirit. Or the minute you pick up the phone and talk to them, they do something to try to snatch your joy. Or they say something to try to get under your skin. And they know they've been doing this for a long time. That's repetitive stuff. That's not love. See? Actions speak louder than words. Now, we all got character flaws about ourselves. None of us is perfect. But a person's actions is going to speak louder than their words. They're not going to keep taking you through a cycle or a ring of doing stuff, keep getting worse, and then do a little stuff to get back in with you and then get worse. Do a little stuff to get back in with you and then get worse. No, they stay killing your spirit. Right? They're killing your spirit. And in order for joy to be full, we got to cut folk like that off. And it don't matter if you have to cut 1 folk, 2 folk, 20 folk. If it don't matter, time goes on. Sometimes it'll make you think, well, dang, is there something wrong with me? It ain't nothing wrong with you. As long as you know, if you got the right heart posture and you doing the right thing, evil is real. See? Broad is the way to hell. That narrow, that straight and narrow. See? That narrow gate is the narrow road is the one we walking on. Ain't that many people that travel that road. See? And so sometimes when you have to, you know, when you start cutting people off, when you start seeing how the devil really jump in. I remember one sister, I forgot your name. I think you said your mama or your daddy. One person said, when you get close to God, you will start seeing Satan face to face. The closer you get to God, the more you will see Satan. And I'm telling you, when we are growing, you may see stuff where you be like, I got to cut that one off. You may see the next day, you may see something else. I got to cut this one off. You may see the devil jump from it. And it'll, at some point you be like, what's wrong with me? You growing, you elevating in the spirit. Your eyes is open. Sometimes it can be somebody you have helped and they can thank you. God has helped me. You can help somebody you can help somebody turn from battling suicidal thoughts. You can help somebody from overcome a situation where they was just so down and depressed and beat down in their spirit, and they can thank you. And you tell them, you know, to God be the glory. You embrace them. You know, you let them know you ain't by yourself. You know, God just used me as a messenger, but I'm fighting my way through battles too. You know, we all go through things. As you keep going, sometimes that same individual you help, at some point they can turn around and be an enemy to you. They can turn around and start trying to cling on to you. And because you be like, you know, that was just a season. You know what I'm saying? I wish you well. You know, I'm really not want to invite nobody in my life right now. You know, it may not mean for you to be friends. And they may think that you think that you better than them. And it really not that you better than them. You ain't better than nobody. None of us ain't better than nobody. It's just that sometimes sometimes you can't always explain some of the things that you encounter and that your spirit, sometimes we don't even always have the words for ourselves to put behind what we are discerning. It take a little time sometimes, but you know that you just can't have that closeness at the moment. You just want to be by yourself for a moment. You're just like, no, I don't want to give my number right now. And some people are getting mad at that. Oh, you think you all that? You think you don't need nobody, huh? Oh, you so strong. Then sometimes if you're a strong woman, that's a whole nother battle. Sometimes you will have men and even women. Sometimes you will have some women, your own sisters, that come up against you. Why are you doing that? And you have some men, why are you acting so manly? They don't understand that you's a woman of value. You's a woman of God. They don't got eyes to see. Only thing is you doing something that they can't do, and that then triggered their insecurity. So now the only thing they can do is sit back and watch you and be like, try to just pick you apart and put out certain things. And so the things that they say about you is really a reflection of them. And then when you mirror them back to themselves, or you try to call out the spirit because you identify, sometimes they won't self-reflect. Or if they are forced to self-reflect and realize they got an issue, if they have a pride, if there's an area of pride there, they're going to get angry at you and try to re-strategize at how they come at you, because you just the truth. When you the truth, baby, a lot of people not going to like you. A lot of people going to love you. A lot of people going to may turn from you. You know, it's going to be, you just got to keep walking. You're not there to please nobody. We ain't there to please nobody. When you are the truth and you walk in truth, it don't mean that you're perfect. Will we make mistakes? Yeah. But sometimes when you somebody who walk in truth and you stand for truth and you try to render righteous judgments on the different things and affairs that you have in life and treat people fairly and run your business honestly, they're going to be people that just want to challenge you or find something on you simply because you have a cleaner walk than they got, or simply because you coming up the right way, even though you may come up, your can't come up was the right way. You trusted God. You ain't try to beat your sisters or brothers over the head or do nothing to step on nobody's neck. You just did what you did. You stayed down long enough until God could lift you up, or you just continue to do what you had to do to get by without compromising your integrity, without selling yourself. And there are going to be some people who didn't do that, and they're going to think all kind of things about you. Oh, well, she thinks she better than somebody. Oh, why you got to do that? Oh, everybody don't want to do that kind of stuff. Well, why are you even watching me? Because I ain't asked your opinion about what everybody wanted to do. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I don't like doing that. Yeah, my daddy showed me how to do that a long time ago. I like being a woman. Who the ask you what your daddy showed you? Why are you watching me getting offended, becoming insecure because you're watching me in secret saying those things? And if you really knew how to do that, then why you didn't do it for yourself? Why you didn't see? People don't realize sometimes the things they say, they can trip their own self up because they forget about some things they were sharing in a testimony, and then some things they come out and say after they seen your strength and try to act like they know how to do all that. Why are you watching? See what I'm saying? Why you got to compare? I always say this, people of God, and many of you have heard me. Don't ever fall into the trap of comparing yourself to your brother or sister. It is a trap. It is a trap. If you don't like doing the things I do, then that's fine, because I didn't ask you to join me in anything. Am I right or am I wrong? You shouldn't have an opinion on somebody's life that you don't know and then try to put people down, And so when you're a very strong woman, you're going to have not only men sometimes feel like you're out of your place. It's not healthy men. It's unhealthy men. There are a lot of healthy brothers. They're going to look at you and they're going to say, this sister doing what she need to do to get by. And they're going to learn you. They will ask questions sometimes, and they will see what you do. And especially if it's a brother that's interested in being a part of your life, building a friendship with you, they'll get close to you and they'll learn you. They'll ask questions, and they won't come off judging you incorrectly, unrighteously, because of their own insecurities. And you'll have even some brothers say, I'm learning that from you because I want to know how to do that. They're healthy. And they learn something from you, and they go on about their business, or they learn something from you, and it doesn't take nothing. It don't make them feel no less of a man to say, oh, my little sister taught me that, or my big sister taught me that. You know what I'm saying? It don't take nothing from them. One of my elders, he learned some things from me, that he's a master mechanic, but he never used to work on diesels. There was things he learned from me. He on the phone bragging to his brother, oh, hell, I done learned this about the diesel. My little sister got me right here. I done learned. He brag on it. He got daughters and sons that he love. He got a wife that he love. You see what I'm saying? He healthy. But there are some people who are unhealthy, and they will not get rest. They are so glued to watching your life, knowing they can't do some of the things you do. You ain't looking for them, but they looking. Oh, I would never date a boss. They looking at you. They may watch your videos and see you got boss lady on one of your work uniforms, and then they may go and put out a whole public statement. I'll never marry a boss woman. I'll never marry a boss. You see what I'm saying? It's just be little small subliminal things that people do, and they give themselves away like, Why you ain't said that before you saw me? It be little small things. Sometimes it could be people that don't even know you, and that's where the weird stuff come in. You ain't crazy. The behavior is. You see what I'm saying? And the times that we living in now, especially for when it comes to people of color, we have gone through so much division. We have gone through so much opposition in life to where it should be nothing in this day of time after how far many of us have come as a people to be able to embrace our brothers and sisters. I see other cultures doing it all the time. You know, I saw this morning, I was complimenting this Indian family. They just made an investment and bought the tropical smoothie that I like to frequent. And I told them, I was like, this is a great investment, but they got their family, the husband, the wife, the brothers. They just got them in there for now. And they got it's the family team. And me and the wife, we were talking this morning, and I just look at how they all just pull together and interact with each other to get going. I can see them. I can understand why they can open up or invest in such a nice business and then go and get a gas station and then go and get another business. They work together and support each other. They help each other build one business, and then that one of them may stay and run that one, and then they go and build another one, and then one of them may stay and run that, and they go and build another one. They work together until they help each one come up. But a lot of times now, that's why I don't get involved with all of this religious stuff where people are talking, oh, the white man this and oh, the white man that. No. You know who been my greatest opposers? Now, I've been through a lot of racial and gender discrimination, but my greatest opposers and the most pain that have cost me is some of my own people. Some of them didn't even know me personally, but they tried to work against me. There were people who worked against me in secret. There are people who got jealous of me. There were older sisters, older brothers, some of the things I have accomplished over the year, rather than building my spirit up and helping push me to the next level, encouraging me to keep on running strong. They got offended at some of my strengths. They got angry. They said things to try to throw a dagger in my spirit. Then you had some, as I just kept on running, and I stepped all over the BS, because God will make your enemies your footstool. So as you properly pass them tests and keep growing over them, not letting them get you out of character to the point where you cause yourself to get in any type of trouble. But as they keep on in their level of pride and arrogance and that ego, that envious Saul eye keep watching you, what happens a lot of times is they begin to stumble, they begin to fall, they begin to have secret mind battles behind closed doors, and they don't even like themselves. And some of the people around them start not really liking them, and they start going through hard things in their life, and sometimes they don't really put two and two together. And then sometimes I think they do put two and two together, but they let hate build up so much in their heart for somebody that they want to stop. But when the hand of God is on you, I can tell you, no demon in hell will ever prevail over your life. They may think that they can do it, but as long as you keep trusting God and keep your heart in the right posture, you'll keep rising. And then sometimes you'll see some of them same people who thought they knew you or tried to mislabel you or put you down. Some of them same people will be taking pages out of your book. And the thing will be, sometimes it'll make you think like you crazy. Like, wait a minute. I know this is me right here. Like, you see parts of yourself. It's almost like sometimes they'll be trying to rob you of your own individuality, but you can tell they don't really like you at the same time. So it's like, am I the one who, am I crazy? Did I do something wrong? But no, you ain't do nothing wrong. Just keep on shining your light. Sometimes you're becoming influential and you don't even realize it, but other people see it and they hate the fact that it's just you, or some people just don't like us. And it's okay, because we're not here to be liked by people. We're just here to shine our light within the earth, and try to win souls for Christ. Come to Jesus, baby. Come to Jesus. Jesus is the way. Yeah, you're going to have opposition, but guess what? At least now you're on the Lord's side, and you got more with you than there is against you. Because when heaven is backing you, baby, the demons in hell, they ain't going to prevail. They may look like they stronger than you. They may do things to try to hurt your feelings and cut your spirit sometime, and it may well cut your spirit. But when you're on the side of the Lord, that's the winning team. That's the winning team. It's a battle that I'm willing to fight. I don't care what everything I've gone through in my whole life. There's nothing that make me turn from the Lord, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Yeshua. He is the way. He is the only way. And I'm willing to stand on that name and stand for his ways and continue to study and learn more of my Father's word and keep putting the pieces together. And as I am led, as I get revelation, and as it comes to my spirit, I will keep shining my light. I will keep shining my light for the world to see. I don't mean nobody no harm. If I can't help you, I ain't going to try to harm you. But when I see evil opposition, it is what it is. I'm going to call it for what it is. Some people don't like it when you keep opening your mouth and talking, you know. But at the end of the day, the righteous, when you got the spirit of truth on the inside of you, you know, and you speak out, that helps a lot of other people. That helps a lot of people bring clarity to what they may be experiencing sometimes. And so some people who don't like what you're doing, it ain't them. They're not sitting in your seat. They're not walking in your shoes. So be okay with people not liking you. Anyway, I'm going to get off here now because I got to take a shower. I just got done with my work. I'm about to go and see my scratch therapist and get me a good massage and just invest in myself. Some tender loving care for myself, my body, nurture myself. I deserve it, right? I deserve it. So y'all have a blessed day. God bless you. I love you. We are the light of the world. Let's don't never let our lights grow dark, baby. Keep that joy full, even with opposition. When that opposition comes and these different tests and trials and your eyes get open to certain things, it don't matter who like you. Who cares what they think about you? They ain't paying your bills. They not doing anything to pour into you. They not lifting your spirit. They not helping you elevate your mindset. They're not helping you with anything that's going on in your life. So why give 2 cents to what those who don't like you? You know, why give any type of energy to those who don't like us, right? Keep going. Give them something else to talk about. Oh well, have a blessed day.